What we got here today is a 52-inch Emerson Casablanca Classic ceiling fan. This fan here dates sometime around 1980 or 1981. It is a 3-speed fan, electrically reversible, powered with an Emerson K55 motor. The Casablanca Classic was Emerson's flagship model fan that they offered back in the early 80s. They came in two forms. You had a ornate form, which is what this one here is, and you also had them in plain form, which had no decorative accents. They were just basically just plain Jane. The plain ones are actually a little bit harder to find than the ornate ones. The ornate ones had 3 different finish options. You had Chesterfield brown and antique brass, which is what this one here is. You also had classic white and antique brass, which I actually have another one of these, which is in classic white. If you want to see that, just check out my channel. And they also made them in antique brass as well. The plain ones, they actually had a bit of a better selection on finishes. They had classic white, Chesterfield brown, polished brass, antique brass, and they also had copper and even pewter. Well, both of which of those are pretty rare, hard to find these days. They didn't really sell too well on those, but they are out there. So we'll go ahead and get this thing started. Here's the light. The light kit, I believe, was original to the fan. The globes are definitely not, because I put those on myself. And we'll go ahead and start it up. Start up on low. The fan has the old school lavalier pull chain switch on it, so this makes this fan definitely around 1980. I believe around 1981, 1982 they went with the arcless style pull chain switch. The motor in this fan is actually the same motor that they use on the heat fans. Emerson made 2 different size K55 motors. This one here is the bigger of the 2. This one I believe draws around 0.8 amps, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I forget what the smaller one draws. But the motors are the same diameter, they're just, the bigger ones are taller, and the other ones that used on the 36-inch varieties were shorter, of course. The low speed on this fan is rather aesthetic. It's very nice low. Take it up to medium. Medium's about average. The bearings on this fan are rather hissy as well, which is to be expected from a fan that's 40 years old. And we'll go ahead and take it to high. In the high speed here, we're probably doing around 190 RPM. The blade pitch on this fan is 13 degrees. So the fan moves a pretty good sum of air. These blades are rather wide too, which helps with that as well. And the bearings are definitely hissy. And we'll go ahead and watch it coast. You probably noticed up on the canopy that the canopy is down, and that is because Emerson's rather rudimentary mounting system is very restrictive on how you mount that canopy. There are 2 screw holes in the mounting bracket that allows you to run 2 632 or 832 screws up there, but I don't have any on hand that are long enough. So there you go, folks. There was the 52-inch Chesterfield brown and antique brass Emerson Casablanca classic ceiling fan. So thanks for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be seeing you next time.